Coach Dusko Savanovic from Serbia, we are honored to have you on our BCAM podcast. You did a great job out there in the clinic, and you really have an international reputation as a great teacher. So we'd like to ask you, what's your teaching philosophy? How do you go about teaching the game?
Well, first of all, thank you very much for having me here, and thank for these beautiful introduction words. I doubt that is like that, as you said, but I have to be. I'm honored, honestly. We talk about teaching. I think generally, I'm coming from Serbia. Us Serbians in the basketball, we are much more focused on focused on details and stuff like, not as a practice as a game as it is here, but like huge difference, small details make difference. Teaching the approaching to the players and also young coaches with that mentality, like having that idea that you can teach and you can improve everybody, it's very good thing, because everybody react differently when you think about it. Everybody likes to be taught, even huge big players now. You have examples of during the summer LeBron James have a coach, like all the best players in the Steph Curry have a coach. They like to be coached. They like to learn new things. And my perspective, my point of view is still from the player. I was a professional player in Europe, play EuroLeague and play for my national team. And I am a coach, but I still look through the eyes of the player. Mm-hmm. So I think that's a good thing. Well, everybody like to, accept they heard those kind of words, teaching one. So if I make a mistake, we'll see. Time will show.
So when you're developing a practice, one of the things that coaches like to do is engage the players, like to make them want to be there and motivate them. How do you do that, focusing on the little things, like you said, the fundamentals, and keeping it fun and keeping it engaging?
Well, that's good observation there. Again, I'll go back on Serbians and us and me. We are a culture that we start practically every practice with laugh, some kind of game.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, if it's practice like 2 hours, at least 45 minutes out of this is jokes. But those kind of jokes don't ruin your practice. It's involved part of that. So you give like 10 minutes of serious work and then 2 minutes of something which is going to raise the laugh. They keep the vibe there. So I think personally it's extremely important. The basketball is, on the end of the day, it's a game. It should be game. Mm-hmm. Okay, it cannot be just fun. Then you're going to have all-star entertainment game.
Right.
You have to be serious at a certain point. But if he's, especially with the young players who are still developing or something, if it's too, too tough, like it's all about teaching, and they don't feel loose. If they are not feel comfortable on court, it's pointless. Mm-hmm. You're losing that all knowledge you're giving them. You're losing because you don't have proper way to share that knowledge. You know what I mean? So that's the. Generally, us Serbians, and I was like that, raised like that, focus that you have to have that certain type of amount of fun and joke. How you find the motivation was beautiful. We like to look to the basketball game is, of course, as I said, moving chess. And its idea is just how to outsmart person. Mm-hmm. Not just outmuscle, beat you, outsmart and laugh.
Yeah.
Oh, I make you look that's stupid, but I like you may and laugh. That's right. All about Serbian game.
Yeah.
If you look to our players, all Yugoslavian players now who play in NBA or Jokic or Doncic, that's it. That's the game. Just how to outsmart the player. So I think that all motivation come from that, because we still see the basketball as a game. We enjoy it as a game.
Right. So I'm hearing smart and fun, those two things. I love that. So when you look at the American game, who are some of the coaches that you really say, yeah, they get it? I really like what he or she is doing. I
mean, there's a lot of them, of course, depend of that, but I have to say Greg Popovich is the person who left a huge mark in my understanding of basketball. And actually he was running the basketball here in States on the way how European basketball is, especially how Serbian is, because he's some kind of his grandfather or grandmother, somebody's from Yugoslavia. Okay. And he's a great friend with my coach, national team, Dusan Ivkovic, a legendary coach in the FIBA Hall of Fame. And every summer they were there together. We had opportunity to meet him also, which is great. Mm-hmm. But I say his amount of a lot of good coaches. One of them is today, Tom Izzo, and we had NCAA coaches, NBA coaches, everybody else. But I think Greg Popovich is the person who exactly his philosophy is game exactly what I try to teach today. Like I try to show, at least, is simple basketball, clever, no too many dribbles, no flashy, nothing, just efficient. And that's something what I was glad when I see that San Antonio Spurs back then was dominating really easily with the guys who are not, not physically dominating the league, but just with the head. Because
So we at BCAM, we have the largest coaching association in the United States, and many of our coaches coach younger players. What's one piece of advice you would give those young, those coaches who coach youth level as they start developing their practice plans and seasons?
Oh, well, first of all, as you mentioned, and you have the opportunity, BCAM, you organize this outstanding, guys. It was wow, honestly, wow. Not just because we're holding Mike here today, but it's is really great organization-wise, people and everything. Just vibe, when you feel the vibe inside, it's really good. Advice for at least, I see that a lot of young coaches make mistakes. They educate themselves wrong direction. You have to be aware what you're having in your own school, team, whatever you have. And you have to be dedicated to them and focus on them. So I cannot follow how Phil Jackson play, as we talk now, triangle, and then go implement that on my high school team or junior college or kids. You have to be aware what kind of group people you have, kids or the junior level, of they about to be pro, whatever. So I think that they have to educate themselves accordingly to the situation what they are. But the biggest advice have to be patient. Just have patience. Be dedicated. Like they are, patient is everything. Patient is life. Yeah. Patient. If you have patience, you're gonna have a good marriage. I know that. If you have patience, exactly. Mm-hmm. Your kids will be happy. They have patience. It's all about patience. If you have patience, you have good results. That's for sure.
Well, Coach, we can't thank you enough for not only your time on the court today, but your time here with our podcast.
Thank you very much. It was my honor. It was a beautiful time here having you. I hope we're gonna see at least a couple of more times.
All right. Thanks,
Coach. Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right.
My name is Dan Young. I am the Executive Director of BCAM, the Basketball Coaches Association of Michigan. We are the largest coaches association in the United States. We believe that better coaching always matters. It's a really difficult time to be a coach, but at the same time, it has never been more important time to coach. We couldn't serve our coaches without the support of our sponsors: Rawlings, Huddle, Shoot Away, United Dairy Industry of Michigan, Ballogy, Game One, Barron Rings, Coaches Insider, Gatorade, and the Detroit Pistons. We encourage our members and listeners to support those who support us.